You remember the mode? Okay, tell me all about them.
Well, the mode is the number that appears the most often in a list of numbers.
The number that appears the most often in a list of numbers. Let's scroll back to our data. Does any one of our numbers appear most often?
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
3 or 4. Do they both occur the same number of times? There's 7 3s and 7 4s. That means we have a bimodal distribution. They both occur 7 times. Therefore, let's scroll this back over. We have 2 modes. We have 2 modes. This is like Lydia said, the most frequently occurring. Data. Beautiful. For our key data, 3 and 4 are the modes. We have 2. You can have multimodal data. I run this every term, and I had one class had 5 modes because there were like 3 3s, 3 4s, 3 6s, 3 8s, and 3 12s or something like that. Just very strange, goofy data. It happens. It can happen. Good. So we have 2. We've got 3 and 4 for the modes. We've got 4.5 for the average. What's the median?
The number in the middle.
What does middle mean? I like that, Lydia.
You go, you put your finger on the 0 and the 9, and you go like that on every number. The one that
Okay.
is.
I see what you're getting at here. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to move this up a smidge. See if this works. I might cut it out. Yep. Let me arrange it a little better. That to be visible. That's the whole data set now. We're missing the 9s, aren't we? That's okay. We're on the wall. So the median is literally the middle of the data set. So in other words, if you were to take all these numbers and put them into a line to find the actual center of that line, in other words, not looking at their individual values, but just where they live in the line. So to find the middle, you'd have to actually find the center of the line. I couldn't put it in one line on your PowerPoint here because it didn't fit well. So let's just start crossing off until we get to it. Cross off the extreme, the extreme, the extreme, the extreme. And if you keep crossing, one of 2 things is eventually going to happen. You're going to cross, 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 and cross. You're either going to get down to 2 numbers like we just did, or you're going to get down to 1 number. If you get down to 1 number, that's your median. Whatever's left is your median. If you get down to 2 like we just did, you pick the number between them. But the 2 numbers that we have left are both 4s. So the number is 4. So your median ends up being 4. I love what Lydia said though. By lining them up into a line, that's what your median actually is. Let's slide over to here. Okay. Median is the center value of the line of data. Thank you for that. Let's draw a line here. So for us, for the keys, it's literally 4 keys per student. Literally 4 keys per student. 4 keys per student. Fair enough so far. Please.
What if the numbers like 7 and 8?
What if the numbers? What if your 2 numbers were 7 and 8? What would you use as your median?
7.5.
7.5. Just pick a number between. So it doesn't have to be a whole number, so the average doesn't have to be a whole number. Exactly. Everything falls in that. Mode will never fall in that, obviously. But medians and averages can be fractions. Please tell me your name.
Cody.
Cody, go.
Do the numbers have to be ordered?
They have to be. The point of it is, you have it doesn't matter if it's highest to lowest or lowest to highest. But the point is, you're trying to find the central value. It's all about measures of center. If you don't have them in order, you're allowing randomness to kick in. You're finding a random center, not the actual kind of geographic center. That make sense?
Yeah.
It's a great question. Yeah, make sure you sort them before you do. That's why I gave it to you sorted. Makes a little more sense. So I'm going to go back to your guys' words you used before. So this idea, common. Which one would you attribute common to?
Mode.
Mode? I think so. I think mode's a perfect example of commonality of data. How about distributing?
Average.
I think so. I think that's actually how you guys calculate it. So distributing is more like an average, right? How about stereotype? I could probably call that the mode. Stereotype is based on I used to have a friend, he was adorable. He used to say, the problem with stereotypes is they're always true. I'm like, ugh, easy, dude, easy. But there was a figment of truth in his statement in that stereotypes sometimes arise from modal behavior. Modal behavior being a behavior that is fairly common. So, yeah, I think that. How about middle? Yeah, now this one, middle's tricky. I love the fact, whoever said middle first, I love that word talking about center. But I think median is the most middle of all. It's the most middle of all because it literally has to be in the middle of the line of data. It has to be positionally in the middle of the line. It's not necessarily where most of the data lies, or even where the most typical data lies, but it has to be in line, the actual middle. You can disagree with any of these and put them where you want to go, but I tend to agree with you guys on those results. Any questions you have right now at this moment? Anything not sitting well with you as far as what we have to making sense for the most part? Ish, getting there? Okay, good. Now, that's how you deal, let's go back over to here. That's how you deal when you are presented with the gift of what I like to call raw data.